and strive to follow in their example. Honesty to myself and others at all times. Humility in thought, words, and deeds of those above and beneath me. Patience. I will put the needs of others before that of my own. Sincerity, but not the greedy. Sincerity. I will fear only my lack of sincerity. Abdul Kul Tafalatat, Wabazum, Gamafaragun, Shilel Kulun. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. The family. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It seemed like the prayer might have went out a little bit over on Facebook, but it's all good. Thank you for inviting 2 people if you're on Instagram. Thank you for or sending it to 2 or 3 people on Instagram. Thank you for sharing on Facebook. If you're catching the live video, we definitely appreciate it. What's happening over? Okay. Peace to the family. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Tonight we're going to chop it up a little bit about love and understanding. Or is it love versus understanding? Which one is it? Is it love and understanding, or is it love versus understanding? Which one? I was listening to some Hove a little earlier, a while ago, and Hove said he got a song said "I Never Change," and I started listening to it about, and the title threw me off, and I was like, "You'll never change." What do you mean you'll never change? Like, you old head in the whopping, you got right knowledge. What you mean you'll never change? Like, the only thing constant in the universe is change. I started listening to the lyrics, and he was like, my principles, the principles that he got. These principles got me here. I'm not going to change these principles. These principles, if anything, they're going to upgrade. You feel what I'm saying? I'm Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. Please drop your team zodiac and your city and state where you representing. Appreciate that. And this is King Talk. I don't know what part it is, but it's King Talk. Once again, fellas, y'all gonna need this one right here. Oh no, love is not understanding. As many times as I repeat this, we go into these lessons all the time, and people, all the time they misquoting it. They think it's something that it's not. You feel what I'm saying? Love is not understanding. We already discussed that. Love is to give, seeking nothing in return. Can I get somebody to type that? Love is giving, seeking nothing in return. And then definition number 2 is love is tolerance. See, God doesn't need to understand humans. God sees what we're doing, and he just continues to give to us, give to us, give to us. But you can love somebody without understanding them. But sometimes understanding gets in the way of love. That's my point tonight. Fellas, when you get into a relationship with a sister, sometimes understanding can get in the way of love. But love will never get in the way of understanding. Woo! I said understanding could get in the way of love, but love will never get in the way of understanding. Yeah, king talk. That's when a king talk to other kings. Most of the time, I have a lot of lessons for the ladies and the queens, and that's all wonderful. But tonight, I'm talking to the kings, and the ladies can listen in. They can share the video on their page to somebody who needs to hear it. But tonight, this is king talk, because you listen to so many court gestures, and yeah, Dre, I can tell you need this lesson right here. Love is giving, seeking nothing in return. That's what love is given, seeking nothing in return. Absolutely. And the second, love is tolerance. Love is tolerance. But love is not understanding. You understand what I'm saying? So why would people, but often because we confuse love and understanding, we get misery. Yeah, we get misery. We get misery a whole lot. What up, Indigo? What up, David? Ken Docker's in the building. Monisha, peace to the fam. Please introduce yourself. If you're over here on Instagram tonight, we're talking about love and understanding, or is it love versus understanding? Understanding. And this is big for relationships, because women are looking for the kings, And we, even the men, we're looking for the kings to listen to. When we hear a nice topic in marketing, we listening for authority. We're looking for experts. You know what I'm saying? So we are feeling that, hey, these kings, we look at somebody who's an expert and say, man, he is of high status. High status, is royalty. You feel what I'm saying? So we start looking, and that's what we're looking for. But there's a lot of people standing in places they ought not, and they are speaking in a way that is really unofficial, very, very unofficial, and coming from a very superficial place. And they're not radically honest in the things that they are, in things that they are saying, and they're very concerned about their audience, and they're very concerned about who's going to judge them and what other people are going to be thinking. And it all goes down to, do you understand me? Right? And understanding often gets in the way of love. Understanding often gets in the way of love, and it has nothing to do with coexistence. Yes, I do, bro. Nothing in return but understanding is reliving misunderstanding. Nah, you just talking right now. Just listen and stop typing and just pay attention right now. Okay? That's the best thing. If you ain't got it, just listen and I'm gonna give it to you. Okay? That's all you gotta do. Right, and we're sitting on 11 viewers right now. It's all good. 11 on both. 11. Misery often comes from demanding that you be understood. You get in a relationship with somebody that you love, and then there's a misunderstanding, and then you start demanding that you be understood, or telling the other person that they don't understand you. And then the next thing that happens is misery. So tonight, this is the joy strategy. Can I get everybody to type hashtag the joy strategy? This is the joy strategy. The other night we were talking about emotional strategy. This one right here is the joy strategy. That's all I do is come and talk about strategy. Everything else is ridiculous. It's lower than that. The highest level is of super love is joy. That's where magic comes from. Joy. Now, you can love somebody when there's not joy, but the more joy you got in your tank, the more love that's out there. So the joy strategy, you feel what I'm saying? So when you got misery in your relationship because you're so concerned about being understood, then you have a lack of joy. You can only put, like, this is like this one, but this one is like half full, right? So I can only fill it up another halfway with another liquid. Or I could put some rocks in here, or I could put some sand in here, or whatever. I could put some more shungite in here, but I can't. It's already got something in it already. You know what I'm saying? So if I got half misery in my relationship, half joy, it's still going to be half joy, half misery. If I got all joy, there ain't no room for misery. But if I got all misery, then there's no room for joy. Is this making any sense? Press 1. If this makes any sense, press 1. Because I'm trying to get everybody to fill up with joy. See, I stay having some joy, but sometimes, and especially like even as of late, up under this Venus in retrograde, there was a disagreement between me and somebody else. And the disagreement really boiled down to both of us wanted to be understood. And by both of us wanting to be understood, there was confusion. And love took a back seat. To give, seeking nothing in return, took a back seat. Tolerance took a back seat. So when you put tolerance and giving, seeking nothing in return in the back seat, then who's driving? Come on, everybody type, who's driving? If love ain't got the wheel, then who's driving? See, the opposite of love is misery. The opposite of love is not hate. The opposite of love is misery. Yeah. Misery's driving. So when we put tolerance and we put compassion and we put giving, seeking nothing in return in the back seat, misery grabbed the wheel. And then the ride got real rough. The ride got real rough. Right. And I lost a loved one. Right. But when I had to go back and see, this is what kings do. Kings go back and see, what part did I play in co-creating this? Because when you're dealing with women, they can get emotional. And when they get emotional, then you can't let misery grab the wheel. You still got to let compassion hold on to the wheel. You still got to have tolerance hold the wheel. You still have to have giving, seeking nothing in return, holding the wheel. Now you may need to pull over, put the car in park, turn it off, step outside and get some air. Sometimes if it gets really intense like that. How many of y'all share the video on Facebook, man? Press 2 if you share this video. Come on, man. Let me take roll call. That's how we do. We introduce ourselves, we in class, and then we share for people who may need this message. If you think it's a man out here who needs to hear this king talk, please press 2 and share the video. Bearded Hair Root, this one definitely for you, Lord. We're talking about love and understanding, or is it love versus understanding? Because when you get love mixed up and saying, hey, I want you to understand me, I want you to understand me, understand me. What you mean, understand me? I want you to love me. You don't got to understand Khayr to love me. And that's why it comes to unconditional love. Right. Don't know that I ever felt love from a man. Maybe not, Kendra, because we got 2 different ways that we express love. There's the umbrella definition, but then once it gets down to men and women, it's expressed differently. It's expressed differently. We don't interpret it the same way. We don't interpret it the same way. Love is giving, seeking nothing in return, and love is tolerance. That's what love is. That's what God does to us. God's example to us is what love is. When we can love ourselves, love our neighbor, love other brothers, love other sisters. Love. That's what we can do. If you're on Instagram, please invite 2 people. Peace to the God, King Aset. Peace be within and be outside too. Inner, under, and overstanding. If you are pleading to be understood in a relationship, is going to interfere with love. But if you got love, then you ain't got to worry about whether you understood or not. Are you showing love to your partner? Are you showing love to your fellow man? Are you what is your love levels? What is your compassion levels? What is your God levels? The other day Kanye was like, do you feel divinity in you? Malachi York said, God is one who is responsible. So when I see these men out here, these so-called kings, and they keep saying, peace, God. Yeah, but are you responsible? Kendra Bolton said, unrequited love is painful. That's a lie, Kendra. That's a counterfeit personality. That's a counterfeit narrative that you sold yourself or you bought from somebody. That's a lie. That's not true. Everybody, I'm going to tell all of you that unrequited love is not painful. No. Because God's love is not painful. God gives to you with no requirements attached at all. And you can't tell me that that is not the most. You woke now. You breathing now. Take a breath through your nose. Inhale out your mouth. See, you can do that continually. Your heart is still beating. You know what I'm saying? Things are still being ready through your eyes are still blinking if dust comes. That's unconditional love from God. That's not painful. That's not painful. But because we want to be understood, like Dre right now. Andre, he just keep typing and keep talking because he wants to be understood. He not listening. He just listening to respond. God don't listen to respond. You know what I'm saying? But he young though. He going through something. And we all go through something because we want to be understood so much. I'd rather be loved. I'd rather love than be understood. Which one y'all want to do? Would you rather A, love, B, be loved, or C, understand, or D, be understood? Pick one. A, I want to love. B, I want to be loved. C, I want to understand. D, I want to be understood. Pick one. Let me give your choices one more time. A, I want to love. B, I want to be loved. C, I want to understand. And D, I want to be understood. Pick one. Be honest too. Be honest. Mag eyes in the building. Pick one. Stop typing and pick one. Oh, I see a lot of people want to. I see some. I want to be loved. I want to be. I want to love. No, 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 no. You get one answer, Kendra. You get one answer. Everybody get one answer. Everybody get one. This. I ask you for a letter. Put the letter down. A, I want to love. B, I want to be loved. C, I want to understand. And D, I want to be understood. Now put your answers down, please. I see some D's, I want to be understood. I see some B, I want to be loved. I see some C's. Okay. I see some A's over here. What up, Karma Miranda Yoga? Please, peace, peace. I see some C's. I see some D's. Okay, okay. So I'm going to get into it. Why do you want to be loved? That ain't God-like. God doesn't desire to be loved. Woo-hoo-hoo. God doesn't say, I'm going to give to you love and please love me back. Nope. God gives unceasingly and love come back. Appreciation come back. Everybody doesn't love God though. Peace, Isaac. Happy birthday. Team Libras in the building. What up, Libras? How y'all feeling? Everybody doesn't love God. Or gods. You know what I'm saying? But God keep on loving anyway. God is an A type. God is not a B type. Oh, I want to be loved. Why do you want to be loved? Why do you want to be loved? If you answered B, please type. Why do you want to be loved? The choices are A, I want to love. B, I want to be loved. C, I want to understand. And D, I want to be understood. Let me get to the understand. Let me get to the understands and the understoods. What is it to understand? Understanding is a left brain thing. That's an air sign thing. That's a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius thing. I need to understand. Well, you're spending all your time on understanding. Where's your energy at for love? It's almost like when somebody say, if the house start burning down, which book you gonna grab? I gotta leave this house with this one book. Which book you gonna grab? I'm leaving with A. I want to love. Yeah, listen, I'm so misunderstood and I'm so cool with it because I'm so focused on loving. I'm so focused on growing. And that's what men are messed up at. Men want to be understood. What you want to be understood for? Be known for loving. What you want your, because if which one of these you pick is what you will be known for. So if you're known for being understood, man, Khayr, we always understood him. If I'm gonna control my legacy like a king, I definitely ain't gonna be saying, well, Khayr was always looking for understanding. In the Supreme Mathematics, number 3, they say understanding is the best part. That's subjective to the person who said that. It sounds good. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Understanding is the best part. I don't know. David said, I want to be loved because I love already and it's healing to be loved. So are you telling me that you people who answered B, I want to be loved, are you telling me that you're loving and no love is coming to you? You're loving, but are you loving unconditionally or are you loving conditionally? See, a lot of women love conditionally. And then men have learned that from women. We have to break that. I can't learn everything from a woman. I cannot. That's why I said stop making her your purpose. Stop making her your purpose. You better get with God. You better let loving be your purpose. Because then you'll attract a woman who's into loving. Make God be your purpose. You'll attract a woman who God is her purpose. And then guess what? Y'all get together and do love and God together. But if you out here saying, I need to be loved, and she said, I might need to be loved, both of y'all missing the point that God loves you. Understanding is not the best part. That's another counterfeit narrative that we never fact checked. We never fact checked. They meant understanding is the best part because the child is the best part of the relationship. I totally agree. But also the child, I mean, look how many stupid parents we have out here that do dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? And then they say they do it in the name of the child. Do just really dumb stuff. Right? So I want to be more like God. Because they said I was made in the image and likeness of God. So God is loving. But now, when you put love, lately it's been love versus understanding. Because that's where misery comes in, the conflict. The conflict. And now we move over to the astrology piece of tonight's lesson. Who shared the video? Press 2 real quick. If you invited somebody, press 2 on Instagram. If you shared it on Facebook, press 2 real quick. Let's get to the astrology lesson on this. Venus is in Scorpio retrograde. Everybody's talking about Venus in relationships, right? But Venus rules Taurus first, right? Right. So Venus in Scorpio is paying rent to Pluto. Who's the ruling planet of Pluto? Of Scorpio. Think. What planet rules Scorpio? Pluto. So Venus is paying rent to Pluto, who's in what sign? Capricorn. So who rules Capricorn? Saturn. So who does Pluto got to pay rent to? Saturn. And Saturn is where? Saturn is in Capricorn right now. And then guess what happened? And so who does Saturn have to pay rent to? Nobody, because Saturn's at the house. When you own your house, you don't pay rent. When you're living in somebody else's house, you pay rent. But when you stay in your own house, you don't pay rent. Woohoo! Woo! So who's in charge right now? Who's in charge of the sky right now? Saturn. Because even that money that Venus is paying over to Pluto is ending up in Saturn's pocket. So Saturn is the bank. And Saturn's key word is what? Integrity. And Saturn is a what? Earth sign. Which goes back to Venus comes from the first Earth, which was Taurus. And Taurus is, stop saying money and say value. Can I get everybody to say value? I'm coming to Jupiter in Scorpio. Yes, Carmen. Another one of my A students out there. I see you, honey. I see you, queen. That's right. So then Jupiter is in Scorpio too. Who we got to pay rent to? Pluto. Where's Pluto at? So Pluto getting rent from Venus and Jupiter, giving it all to Saturn. And Saturn ain't got to pay nobody. So the theme in the sky, no matter what planets are doing, what is integrity? So integrity has got to be had with your Venus. So that's why you need to have Scorpio is what? The key word for Scorpio? Deep. Somebody put Scorpio equals deep. I see Taurus equals value. No, rent doesn't mean development costing priceless. That's not what rent means. Rent means you got to pay rent to stay in a house that's not yours. You renting the property. You renting the car. Saturn equals integrity. Right. But Scorpio equals deep. Scorpio equals deep. So now, since Venus value deep, the planet of values got to go deep. Ooh. Then if you want to say the planet of relationships, so it's a planet of values and relationships got to go deep. And the sun is where? In Libra. So what is it triggering? Deep conversation, deep, valuable conversations about your relationship with yourself, with the integrity. You got to have harmony inside before you can have harmony outside, which goes all the way back to understanding and love. If you always trying to understand yourself, then you waiting for a reason to love yourself. That way, if you're looking for a reason to love yourself, you're looking for a condition. But you don't need to be looking for a condition. You need to only look for love. Just love yourself. Just love yourself. Tonight, earlier, I was talking to a sister, and she continues to be talking about, like, she be like, well, you know, her sister's broke. How many of y'all done made that confession? Well, you know, her sister's broke. or brother. Kings, you can't, you men, you have king talk. You ever hear women always talking about they broke? Well, you know, I ain't got no money. I need some capital. I need this. I need some capital. Well, you know, a sister's broke. Ha, 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 ha. You ladies rule magic. But what you doing? You over here carelessly invoking brokenness upon yourself. Guys, you should run. She don't really want to be understood. She don't really she ain't really loving herself at that moment either when you say about yourself, I am broke. Well, you know, which I know that you're broke. I didn't know you was broke till you told me. Ooh, Deshauna getting ready to come on. Deshauna, just hold. Let me finish this point right here. Yes, I do open up for jokers to come in. She's casting a spell. Absolutely. So when Deshauna, hold on, because you're going to distract. Yeah. I'm going to tell you to come back on in a second. So I said, so what I did was, I know that money loves happy people. Can everybody please type that? Money loves happy people. Hashtag money loves happy people. And I was like, well, if you ain't got no money, if you say you broke, then you must not be happy. I always go to the root. I don't never say, what's your job? I just go to the root. If you ain't got no money, then you're not happy. So I went to her page and started scrolling down her page. And all I saw was shares of things that are negative. She was just sharing all these things that were very, very negative. She was just sharing all these things that are negative. You just got here. I'm Coach Khayr, Team Taurus, Atlanta, Georgia. If you just got here, please put your team, zodiac, and what city and state you represent, and then press 2 when you share the video, because some king needs to hear this. Right. Queens, if you listening, Queens, please post it so another king can listen to some king talk tonight. Thank you very much. Money loves happy people. This is Black Wednesday because it's after 12 o'clock. It's 12:03, so this is Black Wednesday. Never forget, Black Wednesday ain't never went nowhere. So when I went to her page, it was all this negativity. And I said, why you got so much negativity on your page? And she said, well, I'm kind of obsessed with my past and I want to get it off my chest. Listen, Lisa, you hear what she said, Lisa? She says, I'm obsessed with my past, which has been negative, and I want to get it off my chest. So I'm going to put it on social media so the whole universe can see it. This is my tagline. When you go down my page, it's either a lot of joy or I'm damn cleaning up something. That's what's on my page. I don't have no negativity. I got solutions all down my page. When you scroll, you just see solution after solution after solution after solution. You see a narrative talking about where I'm going, where I'm headed, what I'm working on, what I'm thinking about, but you never see me spreading somebody got shot, how we are addicted. I'm on some overcome stuff. And living in the past does create depression. So money don't love depression. I said money don't love depression. Money don't love depressed people. People who get depressed, money just runs away from them. I'm going over there where Khayr's at. I'm going over there where Lisa's at. I'm going over there where Miss Tracy is at. I'm going over there. And Carmen tells it, Carmen, what do I say? Not only does Coach Khayr not care about your past story, nobody cares about your past story. Not even if it's really that good. But if it's miserable, nobody actually cares at all. So now we get to Venus in retrograde and how you're supposed to go deep and have some integrity with yourself and switch. Yeah, you gotta have some integrity about yourself and stop being so proud of your horror stories. I ain't proud of my horror stories. They mine, but I don't have to brag about them and put them out there. I'm proud of my visions. I'm proud of the way I love myself. I don't even mind the misunderstood part. I don't even mind the misunderstood part. Cause I am love. It's Khayr love. Khayr means excellent and benevolent. I just recently found out it means the enforcer. And then my last name is love. To give, seeking nothing in return. To tolerate. Woo. Yeah, but what do people post on their page? The shootings, the misery. I don't understand why the cops are shooting us black men. Then when you go to these goddesses page, kings, be on the lookout. When you go to this goddesses page and she trying to just beat you across your head with the fact that she's frustrated with weak black men. Well, why do you keep posting about weak black men on your page? If you got a weak black man in your life, then why are you, Miss Kane is in the building, Erica Kane, why are you continually talking about that weak black man? That's why the topic tonight is what? Love and understanding, or is it love versus understanding? Because what I say, understanding can mess up love, but love will never mess up understanding. I don't really need you to understand me. Are you loving me? Did you still want to come on, Deshauna? Come through. This is gonna be interesting. I love when people come on the camera. Erica, I'm flattered that you're tonight.
Hey, Coach.
What's up, Mom? How you doing?
Good. I was sitting here. My son, my 8-year-old, he came in and was showing me a video. Was Alan Watts about Alan Watts, and I said, I know who Alan Watts is. And I said, well, let me introduce you to Coach K. So we got on your videos, and then I went up and we looked up his chart because I know the exact time and everything. And it is spot on. He's loving every bit of it. And then I said, oh, we're missing his live. So we wanted to jump on, and I told him he got to listen to your videos because, he can get some king talk. So he
Right,
will definitely be
because you can't give him no king talk.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And it ain't your job. So thank you, Queen Mother. And what up, Young Prince? What up? What's up with you?
How you doing?
All right, you developing a really good quality right now, because if a king don't listen to somebody wiser than him, he's fucked. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
In the period from 18 to 21, you're gonna do the dumbest things in your whole life. Okay, that's I got the trophies to prove it. From 17 to 21, I couldn't get no dumber. So it's okay if you squeeze in a little bit of Coach Khayr like once a month, something like that. You hang on, you'll make it to 21. You see what I'm saying? Put that astrology in your bag. Put that astrology in your bag. You want to have
I've been doing
advantages?
astrology. I've been on astrology for since I was 16, so I know much about it. So yeah.
Where's your Mercury?
Where's my Mercury? I don't know much.
That's what he
that's
just learning.
Yeah, I'm getting into my chart now because
we
I
just
literally
pulled it
just
up.
figured it out.
We found out that he's a Libra ascendant, and it speaks to him very much.
Okay, well, make sure, first off, we got to verify to see if he's a Libra ascendant. Then two, we got to make sure I send him the homework so he can start studying his chart. So big bro, make sure you get your mother to send me your email. You email me or you DM me and send me your email address. I got something for you.
All right.
Right. See, we're gonna get them one at a time. Because we're gonna get them one at a time. We're gonna get these kids one at a time. However it's gonna happen, we're gonna get them one at a time. They're gonna pick up their astrology, and then their mama's life would be a lot better. You want to help your mama learn astrology? Learn astrology. You want to help your mama learn astrology? That's where you're gonna get paid at. You know what I'm saying? Because mom got to do a whole bunch of deprogramming. She got to do a whole bunch of deprogramming that you ain't even picked up yet.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So the next time I talk to you, I expect I expect everything to be memorized. What's your last 4 numbers of your social?
It was easy. 6. Dang. Dang.
Work in progress. We gonna get there. We definitely gonna get there.
Prioritize as
One
soon
of
as you
4
can.
boys. One of 4 boys this is a good time. Good time for us.
Yes. Yeah, he up late too. So yes, please go. I got some other videos. I got some other stuff on YouTube for you too, laid in the cut, waiting for you when you get ready. So, but understand though, well, not understand, tonight's topic is really important that you understand the difference between love and understanding. and which one needs to be prioritized. Because if you 18, you looking good, you out there sharp, the ladies gonna be on you. So women gonna be wanting to be understood, but what they need is love. So don't get caught up with them saying, "Yo, you don't understand me. You don't understand me." It's all right, but I still love you. You
Mm-hmm.
understand? You need love more than you need me to understand you. If you want to get some understanding, then write a book. Go to school, get your master's degree, then write me a paper. But right now, I can love you unconditionally, like God does. That's what we made in the image and likeness of God. So that's what I need to be doing is loving you unconditionally, so I can be loved unconditionally, right?
Yeah.
And when you choosing a woman, when you choosing her back, excuse me, because she choose you first. When you choosing her back, then be like, yo, is she loving me? If she ain't loving you because she ain't loving herself, then keep it moving. It's all
I
right
know
to be
exactly.
misunderstood sometimes, but it ain't. But it's never all right for you to be somewhere where you're not loved. And for men, we interpret love as respect. Women interpret love as attention and affection. So if you put your hand or your head on your mother's shoulder, she's like, "Oh, my son, oh," you know what I'm saying? But women often don't know that men interpret love as respect. So they'll touch us and be like, "Oh, it's okay, it's okay." But we don't want to be touched. We want respect first. We like touch, but respect is really what we're looking for. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
be careful on how those things, these narratives, because YouTube is out here so much that people really are not fact checking. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm definitely proud of you just even being on here tonight, you know what I'm saying, listening. So this is like why I'm on here. So definitely, what's your name?
Shakur.
Okay, Shakur. So do you have any questions or anything that you got for me while you got me here tonight?
Uh, dang. I don't know yet. I don't really know yet. I mean, I heard you talking about the negativity part that girl was talking about, and I was really I knew exactly what you meant. A lot of women nowadays, especially at my age, do that all over social media, and it's very tiring. So I see where you're coming from. Yeah.
Scan that, bro. Scan that. You want to know her birth chart and look at what her social media, because that's where
Mhm.
she can feel like she can vent. If she's not venting love, then you can be like, oh, that's your resume. Just like a job. People, the job is looking at people's Facebooks and like, no, I'm not gonna hire you because you're left wing or you're a racist or something like that. So it should be the same thing when you looking for a relationship, because when you're going for a job, that's what you're looking for. But you in high school or you in college?
I'm in high school
Last year.
Oh,
last year.
oh, so you graduated last year.
No,
No.
I'm a senior this year. I'm graduating
So
this year.
what's okay? So what's the plan?
Uh, I might wait a year, get my money up, and then I'm going. I might go out of state for college
And then the plan is
to graduate, get my. I don't
it's
think about
not
that
really
yet.
it's not really
Like when
that.
you talking about like
It's not
with my
really.
career choice.
Well, I'm trying to get you to 30. I'm trying to look at the next 12 years
Oh,
with you, man.
30. I'm a like. I'm not no. I got long terms, but I'm not that much of a long terms. Like I kind of go with the flow, see what's in the next 5 years, 5 to 10 years. So I'm not like literally planning my whole life out. I'm planning on like for the next year, few next years.
You ever heard of the white man?
No. Yeah, no, yeah. What do you mean
Well,
by
the
the white
white
man?
man, I'm talking about the white man who builds prisons.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
So the white man who builds prisons, he goes to the fourth grade and looks at the number of black boys there.
Uh,
And he says, how many black boys are in the fourth grade? And he said, this is how many prisons I need to build based on the number of boys, black boys in the fourth grade. So this white man who builds prisons is thinking 12 years out. Why ain't you? Because he building a place for you. So
mhm.
if you want to make sure you stay out of it, you better be thinking 12 years or 20 years out like him. So let me help you. So you could live to be 120 and you 18 now. You could go to school, have your bachelor's by 22, go straight back and get your master's, be out with your master's by 24, take a year off, go back to school when you're 25, and get your PhD by the time you're 27. What's your last name?
Taylor.
Then we'll be calling you Dr. Taylor at 27. See, the chances of you visiting the white man's prison then gonna be real, real small. But your peers are like, I just want to graduate. I just want to get my money up. But they're not thinking about real security, real vision. What does Dr. Taylor sound like to you?
Sounds nice. That sounds great.
It doesn't matter whether it's anthropology, whether it's finances, whether it's computer science, veterinary science, as long as there's a doctor in front of it. When you walk into a bank and be like, hey, let me hold a few million. Okay, doc. It ain't got to be a medical doctor. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So then when you turn 30, then you can do some of this stuff like this and be like, now you're at the height of your age and you got all of your life in front of you with the word doctor in front of your name versus being 40 and they just calling you a boy or mister. It's so wonderful when the white man told me, no, it's Dr. Smith. I was like, oh, that means that he's letting me know he put that work in. And there ain't no better feeling than a young black male telling a white man, calling him out his name, no, that's Dr. Taylor. That's Dr. Taylor. That's Dr. Taylor. Wait a minute. How old are you? Well, I'm 29. Yeah, I know astrology, and I'm a doctor. Fall back. Fall back, player. I graduated with my master's when I was 24. I got my PhD. I got my doctorate when I was 28. And now you could actually be a professor at a university by the age of 32, bro. You know what we call that? Stunting.
Facts, as he says, facts.
I mean, do you see that simple strategy I just gave you?
Yeah.
Now, what if you and 5 of your homies did the same strategy?
That's beautiful. That's power.
Power. And then you walk into the bank, all 5 of you, and say, we want $5 million. What they gonna say? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. The whole thing. That's why it's very important that you understand strategy. So the 2 books I need you to get is The Art of War and The Book of Fire Rings.
You said something about that?
I told you I have the Art of War. You need to read it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you don't need to read it no more because your mama said that's a part of king training. You know what I'm saying? That's a part of king training. You want to be a king one day, or you want to be a court jester all your life?
King, man.
I don't know. I know some dudes who like being a court jester. I know. But king is all about show and prove. You have to show and prove it as a king. You're always going to be tested. Your wisdom is always going to be tested. Upright lions in the building. So you're going to have to turn it into, I did that, not I talked about that. Ain't nobody give me that strategy when I was 18. When I was 18, I was working at Church's Fried Chicken, and my cousin, who was in his 30s, who didn't have a college degree, taught me how to sell cocaine.
Lord. Dang.
Yeah. And I had 3 felonies by the time I was 32. And hadn't even got a bachelor's degree. So Coach Khayr say, don't be like me, be better than me. Because there's kings coming behind you that ain't even born yet.
Okay, I
So
feel you.
you get a lot of males not respecting their father because they be like, nigga, you ain't done shit. Right? But when you say, son, I'm Dr. Taylor, this is what I did, this is how I did it, then you already had that ingrained respect for your son or your daughter. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
these strategies, you got to have vision. You got to have vision. That's why you got this time, man. The freshman year is nothing but a party, bruh. It's nothing. It's the cake, 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 cake. Get into school as fast as possible. I don't care. Go local. Go local. Go somewhere. Stay at home. Get that freshman up under your belt and then transfer your credit somewhere else or whatever. There's tons of options. There's tons of options. But get back into school as fast as possible and stay as long as possible. But they're gonna spit you out with a PhD. Then what?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Cybersecurity, computer science. I can see you doing MIT or Georgia Tech. Easy, easy. Then you learn Mandarin. You learn Mandarin Chinese. Go over to China, because that's where Akon got his $1 billion from. The money Akon did in Africa, he got $1 billion line of credit from the Chinese, and he don't even got a degree.
Mm-hmm.
You get a PhD.
I'm
Say
mostly a
what?
creative person. I'm gonna be at an art institute or something. But yeah.
They need artists to develop programs, computer
Mm-hmm.
science majors. When you have a startup company, there's like 6 people on the team. One of them can just be creative, like me. I don't code at all, but I'm a programmer, so I can lead a team. But you can't lead a team with creativity if you don't have leadership skills.
Okay, I feel you.
So you got to have leadership skills. You have to understand strategy while you are creative. You see what I'm saying? The
Mm-hmm.
people who are the right brain, most creative, those are the cats that make the most money. Point blank, period. It's the soft skills. It's the soft skills. You can still go to the gym and work this. You might have a wicked jump shot. But if your ankle blow out, what you gonna do then? Look at all the NBA. All the NBA players are doing what? Getting into Silicon Valley. Because it's
Mm-hmm.
easy money. It's a lick. It's a lick. And uh you much more sellable to the ladies with a PhD and a pocket full of money, player. You know what I'm saying? Your rap game ain't even gotta be that strong. You know what I'm saying? And then you get to be a little more choosy. You get to be a little more choosy and be like, nah, I ain't really messing with you like that. I ain't really messing with you like that. I got some brothers on here right now who would tell you they wish somebody would have came on and told them the same game I'm giving you right now.
Mm-hmm.
My mentor just came on here. No, nobody told us this at 18 to go ahead and chase your dream strategically. They always said, chase your dream. But they didn't give us no strategy.
Mm-hmm.
Strategy is what make the money. Strategy is what make the money. Let me see, can I get this nigga on here? Carl, you gonna come online and talk to my man? You ever seen the Boondocks?
Yeah, that's
Jump
my
off of here
favorite.
real jump
Yeah.
off. Hey, let me see if he gonna. Carl, you coming? Let me get my man on here real quick. Check.
All right.
But don't go nowhere. Stay right there. Stay right there. Carl, come on here. Let me talk to him real quick. Just real. I know your ass in the studio, but just come through real quick. We're gonna get this message to Dr. Taylor. We were talking about peace versus love versus understanding. Let me see if I can get. Let me see if I can get the God on here really fast.
Yo,
If you was 18 and somebody, what was the smartest thing somebody told you? What kind of strategy did you have at 18?
man, I ain't had no strategy.
Huh?
I'm saying I needed some strategy. I didn't have none though.
Zero?
Zero.
What about right knowledge? And I mean, like at 17, 18, nobody was telling you to get your PhD.
Nah, nobody.
Would you now? Do you wish somebody would have told you that?
Absolutely.
What's the advantages of if somebody would have told you that?
Shit, I'd have been here a long time ago.
Wait a minute, here? Where is here?
Where I'm at, you know, it just took longer, you know, trial and error, having to, you know, go through way too many unnecessary falls. You know what I mean? It'd have been good to have some heads up.
Nah, man, but you did the Boondocks. You did Freaknik. You don't work with some of the biggest names in Hollywood. And I would have been here sooner, right?
Yep, absolutely.
How much of that is like illusions? When you see cats out here thinking that I can just make it to Hollywood and I'll just be good.
I think most of it is illusion. You know, I mean, you can be good before you get to Hollywood. You know what I'm saying? It's about where your mind is at. You know, because if you ain't good when you don't have it, you ain't gonna be good when you do have it.
Whoa, whoa. You got 3 kids, right?
4.
I forgot. It might be 6, but it's 4 you claiming. But it's all good. I'm just messing
Yeah,
with
you're
you.
crazy.
How important is strategy for your kids?
It's very important, man. I mean, it's vital. You know, they can't just have an idea without having a roadmap to get there. You know what I'm saying? They can't. I mean, you can know where you want to go, but you need to know how to get there. You know.
What about knowledge of self? We always hear knowledge of self. How important is that uh, for somebody coming up? They got big dreams, but they ain't got no strategy. Is knowledge of self a part of strategy?
I think so. I think so. But I look at things a little bit differently now. Like I think it's not just knowledge of self. You know what I mean? Like it's knowledge of all. You know what I mean? Like you have to think inclusively and not exclusively. It's not just all about you. You know, you have to think about others around you, and not only others around you, but how you affect others around you by the choices and decisions that you make. It's not just about you obtaining; it's about everyone reaching a certain level of peace. You know what I mean? And success.
Last night I talked about. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying, but it took me a while to understand that and to be, you know, get to a place where I saw it wasn't just about my own individual needs, because under certain circumstances, that's the way that you think, because you're thinking from a survival standpoint. Like, let me do me and see what I need to do to make sure I'm good, instead of making sure everyone is good around you. You know.
Is it your responsibility though for everybody around you to be good, quote unquote good?
I wouldn't say it's your responsibility, you know, because each and every person is responsible for their own. Yeah, I mean, I would say this is the way I would like to think, and I would take that responsibility on myself. But I can't tell someone else that they should be responsible for everyone else, you know. But I just think that so often we're just taught to look at things very exclusively. You know what I'm saying? And not, you know, I mean, when you talk about putting yourself in a position where other people won't have to go through what you went through, then you have to think inclusively. You have to think, how can we create a whole situation? How can we create a whole nation, or how can we build you know, enough of an empire so that we won't have to necessarily need each and every person to you know, give strategy necessarily, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you would have created you know, a situation where everyone is moving with you. You know, you don't have to reach back. You know, they're part of the movement. You know what I mean?
Last night I did a jaunt where I'm always explaining to cats, we have to redefine words. You know what I'm saying? And our teacher told us success is the progressive realization of a worthy ideal. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And so working that backwards, people have to have a worthy ideal first. What do you think happens when people start chasing their dreams, but their dream is really not a worthy ideal? And then next thing you know, it's falling apart. Jokers is getting emotional. You know what I'm saying? They all out of pocket because even originally they ain't have a worthy ideal in the first place. And then they wanted it quick,
Yeah.
quick, 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 quick.
Well, I mean, I think a worthy idea is not just the conception of the idea; it's also the execution of the idea. That's also a part of having a worthy idea. It's not just about coming up with something that you think is a good concept. You know what I'm saying? Because that concept doesn't mean anything unless you can execute it, and you know what I mean. And so I
Hey
think
man,
that's,
why
to
you
me,
telling
that's
all
the,
why you telling all my business, man? You know I'm famous for having a whole bunch of good ass ideas and them shits didn't execute right. But anyway, go ahead.
nah, that's all of us, man. That's me too. You know what I'm saying? Like I got a big crate full of stuff that, you know, there ain't nothing ever gonna happen with. But it's just ideas that I had that I never really followed through with. You know what I'm saying? So it's the follow through and the execution that I think we lack a lot of times. And sometimes it's just knowing how to execute it. We don't know how to execute our ideas. We just know we know they come. You know, we know we you know we know we have the ability, to conceptualize things, but then how do you manifest them so that they become real? You know what I mean?
That's where I go into teamwork makes the dream work. You know what I'm saying? Like I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right. Yeah,
Even when you see cats, even when you see bums on the street, they sharing. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody come out there with some food, they like, yo, cat got food. Go walk down Skid Row. You know what I'm saying? You see that whole bonding piece about even in the lowest point, Jokers is still saying, hey, we know we got to work as a team. But then all of a sudden, sometimes when a little bit of bread come in, then all of a sudden the teamwork start moving away. You know what I mean? So I'm sure you know what I mean because I was asking you about interns. And you was like, nigga, these interns are trying to get on. They ain't trying to work. They trying to get on, get in,
right,
get theirs.
right. That's right. You know.
This particular topic though tonight about understanding versus love. What are your my statement is love will never mess up understanding, but understanding may mess up love. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Like somebody wanting to plead with you to please understand me, please understand me. And the other person is like, yo, I'm trying to just love you, yo. I might not even you might be very misunderstood, but I'm still just giving you love because that's what the creator does. The creator gives us love unconditionally all the time. You know what I'm saying?
right,
Versus the creator never says, let me understand Carl, let me understand Khayr, let me understand what these niggas is doing. He'll never do that. You got oxygen. You know what I'm saying? Some of the error, some of the thought process that we made, we still here. And I've done some dumb
yeah,
shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about yourself, but I got trophies of some dumb shit.
right.
You know what I mean? You probably got a couple, you know what I'm saying? Some 4 foot
Yeah,
high joints yourself. You know what I mean?
yeah, absolutely. Um, yeah, I don't know. I see I see understanding. It's interesting because I think a lot of people view understanding from a very I would say from a very selfish standpoint, meaning that like you can be aware, you can have awareness, right? You can have awareness of something without you having complete understanding of it. And I think sometimes the complete understanding is more self-serving. It's more like, you know, the same way people want to be understood, it may not necessarily be because you want to be understood because it's going to help somebody else in some kind of way or help the person that's trying to understand you. A lot of times it's more just so you don't feel like it helps you feel like you're together because that person understands you. You know what I'm saying? So you a lot of times we're just seeking validation from other people as opposed to just being aware of the reality that, okay, there's certain things about me, certain people may get, certain people may not get. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a level of understanding in itself. Just that awareness that everybody's not going to completely understand this. You know, I mean, that is the I think the most important understanding. You know.
Why do you think humans? To me, is this? That's our what I call our counterfeit narrative. It's the poor programming. You know what I'm saying? Understand me, even to the point where we'll get violent with it. You know what I'm saying? God don't never get violent when we misunderstand God. You got Christians arguing with Muslims. You got Nawapians arguing with Hebrew Israelites. It's a whole big misunderstanding, and God is just like, look at my kids out there running around in the yard arguing over Apple Jacks versus Frosted Flakes. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
So for us, I think it's that whole right concept versus happy. You ever
Right.
got in an argument with somebody trying to prove that you was right and you sacrifice your happiness?
Yeah. Yeah.
How did that feel? Would you do that differently, or would you do it the same if you was in the same situation again?
Yeah. No, I would definitely do it different. Definitely do it different.
You seem
You
like you
know.
got more than one instant. Your eyes went up to the right, up and to the right. You just like, oh, okay.
No, I was trying to make sure I heard the question right. You know, because
Happy versus right. Have you ever been in a situation where
yeah.
you had to choose between happy and right, and you chose right, and it got painful?
Right. Right. I see what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah. I've done both.
Oh, you chose happy at a time too?
Yeah. I mean, you know, yeah, I've experienced both sides of it.
That's where I'm at right now. I choose happy a whole lot more than I choose right. I really don't care about, I done been right a lot. Like I got a lot of W's. You know what I mean? I got a whole bunch of
Yeah.
W's, but I ain't got as much happiness as I'm shooting for this latter part of my life. You know what I'm saying? As I move into my
Yeah.
30s. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my 20s now, as I move into my 30s. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm just talking crazy. I ain't in my 30s,
Well,
y'all.
well, I would see a real understanding would be acceptance to me. You know what I'm saying? Like if you when you get to a place where you can have acceptance of things that you do completely understand and things that you don't understand, that's probably the most highest form of an understanding, for lack of a better word, you can have. It's that acceptance, you know, accepting people for what they are, not what you want them to be or what you expect them to be or what you or even understand them to be. Because you can still misunderstand people but accept who they are. You know what I mean? And that I'm saying that acceptance to me is what is most important. You know.
You know what you're talking about right now. You know you going around the bat, but you're talking about the A word, awareness.
Right.
Awareness. Awareness is what we're looking for. You know what I'm saying? I think that awareness should be the new word to almost substitute understanding. You know what I'm saying? We used to have all types of argument. I don't understand nothing. I overstand it. You can't never tell me I stand under nobody.
Right.
Well, then, damn it, how about I'm aware that that shit don't even matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just having a damn pissing contest and wasting time because we ain't studying astrology and we ain't getting no damn money and we sitting there talking about rhetoricalness of should I use over or should I use under when
Mm-hmm.
both of us got $4 in our pocket. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
we
Right.
need a larger budget. You know what I'm saying? Like, can we talk about something that's gonna get us 500K? Which to
Right.
me, if we come in expressing love, especially in relationships, so that was also the topic. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. You might have a little experience talking about relationships. You know, like when love is absent and tolerance is absence, then there's misery. I always say the opposite of love is misery. If I put tolerance in the back seat and I put giving, seeking nothing in return in the back seat, then I'm gonna end up having misery is gonna be driving. And then where the hell are we going if misery is driving? You see what I mean? So I'd rather
Right.
have love and awareness, cause I done got jacked up, yo, over, and this recently too. And I'm a pretty damn smart dude, but I got jacked up recently. You know what I'm saying? Over wanting to be understood and lost a loved one. They
Yeah.
didn't die. You know what I'm saying? But I'm pretty sure they ain't fucking with me no more. You know what I'm saying? Cause they met Jazz, and you know how you get sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
They met Jazz and they met the Jazz from Jamaican Rob Jazz. They didn't meet just a regular run of the mill. You know, they met that cat right there. So
Right.
and so even at where I'm at now, I had to realize, yo, it ain't about me being understood. I'd rather be. That's why I gave everybody a choice earlier. I said, would you rather love, be loved, understand, or be understood? If you only could choose one, you want to love, be loved, understand, or be understood. I'm gonna pick A every time, because I don't want to be known for like, oh man, Khayr, he really understood, or Khayr always, you always understood him. Like to me, that's the highest
Right.
vibration. Is, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Is love. You know what I'm saying? So
I agree.
that's why we
I
call it
agree.
divine love. Go ahead.
No, I was saying I agree, and we have to be careful too because someone could choose love, but still want that love on their own terms, right? So
Which is
then, so
which is
then, so
conditional love. Which is conditional love.
right, right, which a lot of times could take. I'm saying even what we're calling love, or or I say this, what you're calling conditional love can mimic what people think is real love because they don't understand that the conditions that they're creating are selfish. You understand? They think that they think it's more of a divine love, but you create the terms of how it exists. So if you can't just accept, if you can't, that's why I go back to acceptance all the time because you know because with that type of thinking, no matter which choice they pick, I'm saying you can still turn it into something very selfish because you create the terms that those things exist on. So you know what I mean?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I've done it. You, cause you snitching on me. Why are you telling all my business? I thought we were homies.
Yeah,
Nah, I know what you're saying.
yeah.
I definitely. I don't want to say
Now,
I've
man,
been guilty of that, but I've done that. Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
oh no, I just when I see you on live, I gotta poke my head in every now and then because you be spitting them truth bullets. So I just stopped through for a second, man. Just
Hey, I'm gonna let you get back to where you going, but I'm gonna definitely give you a due. I'm gonna tell you. Look, all of y'all. This cat right here. He'll make me emotional. So if you like anything, if you like anything that you ever heard me say, this my teacher right here. Like
man.
I wouldn't be where I'm at now if it wasn't for this dude right here. This real guy body, like on a whole nother level. Like he saved my life. He in a real small class of folks, you know what I'm saying? Like unfuckwittable. I jump right on the plane, go right to LA, you put your hands on him, I'm gonna lay you down. You know what I'm saying? This one right here, for what, like y'all really don't really like, and that's the piece where jokers be out here really ain't humble, and they saying you don't need no master, you don't need no teacher, it's all within you. Yeah, but sometimes you gotta have that catalyst, you gotta have that example that was set. You know what I'm saying? This man right here showed me what integrity was. This man showed me what honesty was. He showed me like how to study. He showed me like held up my first mirror for me and like put shit down like in the streets of High Point. He was like, nigga, I'm finna go do this right here, and you gonna be ass out if you don't damn do this too. You know what I'm saying? He's like, yo, I'm just being sincere with you. And if you ain't got somebody like that in your life, you in trouble, yo. And so this man right here, he come from God to help me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why awareness is important. Awareness is important. I'm gonna tell him a story. I know he got tons of shit to do, but we used to both work at MCI, 1-800 collect,
Right.
and the nigga was like, he was always drawing. I don't know if y'all, because his face is all dark. You don't know who he is, but if you ever seen the Boondocks, this nigga did the Boondocks. This nigga done most of the shit you like. Any part, he's a big influence in Hollywood. He's just a big influence on people's lives. If you like Riley, like this nigga done drew more Rileys than you can imagine. He done threw more Rileys in the trash can because he ain't like it than your ass can imagine. And he was drawing these aliens with baseball caps. He was drawing aliens with Tim's on and hoodies and baseball caps. I used to go to on break and I would walk by him and I would look over his shoulder and be like, this nigga is on one. I was like, he believe in extraterrestrials? What the hell? But we ain't never had break at the same time, right? And so one day we was in the break room, and at this time I was messing with the 5%ers real heavy. And I thought Jesus was a Muslim. You know what I mean? And I was just like kicking teeth in. I was very anti-white Jesus at this time. I was really, really radical. But every time I see a brother, I'd be like, peace, God, peace, God. And so I seen him and I was like, peace, God. And he didn't say it real tough. He didn't say, peace, God. He didn't say it back like that. He said something like shalom or something. He hit me with the soft shalom or something, right? So I thought the nigga was like on something else. And so like an old kung fu battle, we got 15 minutes on break now. I ran up on this nigga with some old rhetoric in the break room at MCI. And at that time I was undefeated. And this nigga whooped my ass like Pai Mei with his damn pinky. That nigga was like, whoop, 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 whoop. Like his wisdom, the nigga whooped my ass so easy. And his girl was in there picking his eyelashes while he was whooping my ass. I was like, God damn, he's a pimp. This nigga's a righteous pimp. And but when he finished with me, guess what he said? He reached in his back pocket. He was like, here you go. Take this book with you for your wounds. He didn't say wounds, but he was like, you probably already knew all that. Take this right here with you. And gave me one of my first scrolls. And I followed this nigga around like a puppy after that. I was like, teacher, 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 you ain't gonna just whoop my ass, you know what I'm saying? And just walk off, cause I knew to be humble. He was one of the first persons that I showed humility to because I wanted to learn from him. And he was younger than me, but he was wiser than me too. You know what I'm saying? So and at that moment, if I wouldn't have humbled myself in the face of superior wisdom, then I would have kept going around being cocky, thinking I was the shit. You know what I'm saying? And he could have busted me up on several occasions, but he took me in and started grooming me. He started grooming me, yo. Greensboro, North Carolina. He just started he was like, come over to the crib, meet the folks. Then I met some crazy people in his family, Al and Alicia and shit like that right there. Big shouts out, you know what I'm saying, wherever they at. And the rest is a lot. Well, there's a lot of history I ain't telling, but you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna tell you about how we took this lady's Bible one day. Well, he took her Bible. I didn't take her Bible. We was on Random Road. So the Christians used to run up on us. We'd be minding our business, and all of a sudden the Christians just want to debate us. Now him by himself, he could probably handle like 20, and I can handle like 8. You know what I'm saying? Then my weight got up. I have 10, he'll have 10. We'll split it in half. But one Christian against both of us, she didn't have a chance, but she didn't know who she was fucking with, right? So I was just watching him and shit. And she went to her car and got her Bible and was trying to battle this dude right here in her Bible. He took the Bible from her and was holding it in front of the cell phone where the beeper plays, killing her. The lady got in her car and left us with the Bible.
I remember that.
This is a true story. You remember that?
I remember that, yeah. I do.
And we walked inside the pager place and was like, I was like, nigga, who Bible is that? He was like, oh shit. I said, nigga, you done took her Bible. He was like, nah, she left it because it ain't no good no more. That shit was crazy. But we left the Bible at the pager place because we didn't need it. You know what I'm saying? We were straight. You know what I mean? So y'all go get y'all a mentor, yo. You know, I'm the historian. He ain't supposed to remember all that. I'm supposed to remember all that.
Shit, you my mentor too, man. If I wish I had the time to Yo, I got stories. I got stories for days too. You know, that's another live though.
You ain't got no stories. You don't forgot. You ain't know nothing.
Plenty,
You ain't got
plenty,
no
plenty
stories.
of jazz stories.
They don't know jazz. They just know Khayr. Hey, I'm trying to do better, y'all. I'm trying to be a lot better than that cat that he first met. Because every time he see me, or even if he don't see me, I don't want him to think that he ever wasted his time with what he invested in me. So when I'm
Wow.
doing this and I say, y'all, yo, share the video, like that's me asking you to just honor me for pouring into you. Just like I'm honoring this man right here. That's why I wouldn't come on, like, because if I come on here some bullshit, and he see it, I ain't gonna have none of my teachers come back and be like, yo, you want some you a fuck boy. That should have never happened. None of my teachers will never come back and tell me I'm on some shit. I mean, they could correct me and help me like if I'm off, but they ain't gonna never come back and just be like, yo, you're a fucking disappointment. Like that shit would fuck me all the way up. You know what I'm saying? So, and he doesn't give a fuck neither. I'm gonna tell you, this nigga, he cool as hell. He don't care, you know what I'm saying, what I do, because he didn't see me in my low shit and didn't see me in my high shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's damn, that's what brothers is for. And that's why it's more for me to love him. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with symptometry, he fuck with Dr. Sabi. We don't agree on that. But I don't gotta be understood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I love him. That nigga eat kale all he want. When his ass gets sick, I'm gonna be right there, put the shit in his mouth. He gonna be like, "Where'd you get that shit from?" I'll be like, "Don't worry about it, my nigga. I always was here for you." You know what I'm saying? But you know, I mean, but I
Word, word.
still, I still fucks with Sabi because he was a thought leader. He was a damn He was an evolutionary. I fucks with Sabi on that level right there. And this nigga, he's crazy radical too, but he be damn just chilling. I'm still waiting for this nigga to let him leave Hollywood and just start fucking teaching and start damn chopping off some of the heads. Even though that shit is old now, like I'll be like, nigga, it's too late to debate now. Fuck it, let's just get money. Let's just go get a fucking $1 million, nigga. Let's just get some Bitcoin.
I hear that.
Let's just get some damn money. Fuck that debating.
I hear that. I hear that.
Hey
I'm
man,
with
I love you, man.
you. I love you too, bro.
You don't even understand, yo. I ain't even cry tonight. You fucking with me.
You already know, man. I love you too, brother.
Yeah. Oh, my man Lamar, that Spot on here talking about I know jazz. Hey Lamar, shh, shh. Y'all, look. He said Greensboro Vandalia. Shh.
Where? Oh, Spot from Spot TV.
No,
Or Spot
Spot.
the barber.
Yeah, Spot the barber with the big
Oh
beard.
yeah, yeah, yeah. What up, Spot?
Yeah, he know. But you know, like I said, we
Yeah,
just trying to grow
that's
and
my
try to
man.
change. One of my several barbers that I got out here in the building, absolutely. He know Vandalia too. He know way too many. I'm glad I ain't got no snitches in my life, except for that one nigga who did snitch on me. When we find his ass, yeah, we ain't gonna do nothing. I done forgave him already. No, that shit was on me. I created my own situations.
Yeah. And yo, I ain't seen Spot in a while, man. I know he was. Yo, that was my homie, man. Yo, he was doing the music like. Yo, his music was crazy. I gotta check him
Bars,
out. Yes,
bars.
yes, yeah.
A nigga got bars.
Spit it.
And I'm making my announcement. I ain't tell you, but I'm working on it. I'm going to make my first mixtape.
Wow,
It's going to be
wow,
called the Pi May mixtape.
wow.
That's how I feel now. And so I'm getting Capital J to give me 4 beats. I'm going to get
Mm,
Mantis, Chris, who we used to stay with. He going to give me 4
I
beats.
know.
You already know that's 8 beats right there
That's
off the
yeah.
gate.
Capital
I'm
J
going to
and
that.
Mathis alone already. That you already got. I mean, that's you already
Oh, then
shutting
I'm
it down.
going to Dana Lucci and get 4 beats.
Mm, wow. You
I'm
got you got
good.
to throw you got to get metaphor, man. You got to get metaphor on there.
He make beats.
I mean, no, I'm saying like he don't make beats. Well, he does make beats, but I'm saying you got to get him on a track or something with you.
The features. I can't tell you. I can't let the names of the features out now. I only can tell
Okay,
you where the
okay,
beats is
all right,
coming from.
all right.
Hey, I can't tell you the features right now because niggas will be. It's all good. Cause I figured I say if Drake can do that and he not even rhyming, then I know The girls was like, well, he got hot beats and we like his delivery and he just telling a story. I said, you mean I ain't got to rhyme no more? They was like, nah, you just tell a story. I said, all right. All right. I got on the phone immediately. Yo, I need this. I'm putting my playlist together. Like, it's going to have astrology in it. Like, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. I'm going to try to keep my profanity down, but it's going to be Pi May centered. If you know Kill Bill 2, that Pi May, not Kill Bill 1, Kill Bill 2 Pi May.
Got you. I hear
Oh,
you.
Spot talking about him and Metaphor want to get on a joint. That'll be no.
Oh man.
Let me lay my tracks down first and get my shit out the way. I ain't rhyming behind them niggas. I'm gonna go first. But them niggas come on. I'm smart. This is my first venture. Y'all niggas ain't finna get me caught up like that. What projects you got, man? Do niggas need to send you some money? You got to GoFundMe? Niggas need to support? You got to somebody need to buy? What you need somebody to go? How can somebody put some money in your pocket?
Nah, man. I mean, I got two shows coming out at the top of the year. Sometime we don't have a release date yet, but oh damn, I can't even.
Don't worry about that. You got some. Yeah. But you got something on TV now. Ain't you got a cartoon on TV now? The Legends?
Yeah, Legends. I mean, Legends of Chamberlain Heights is on. I mean, you know, Black Dynamite is still floating around on Adult Swim. Jellies with Tyler the Creator. It's on Adult Swim. And then you know we just sold a new show to Fuse. It's 10 half-hour episodes called Sugar and Toys. So be on the lookout for that. Like sometime toward the top of the year, and then we doing
Sugar
something with
and Toys. Sugar and Toys.
Yeah.
You know what? In California, you got to that kink shit. I see.
Nah, because what happened was I had a conversation with the president of Cartoon Network, and I was asking him what happened to Saturday morning cartoons, and he said, well, we couldn't sell Sugar and Toys anymore, so they went away. And he said, and I was like, so that's really the only reason why we had Saturday morning cartoons. It was to sell sugar and toys. And so I wanted to do a show that made fun of that. You know what I'm saying? That concept. So you'll see. I guess I hit you up when I got some more, when I could put out some more information about it.
Nigga, I want to get a voice over deal. I'm trying to do a voice. I'm trying to do an extra deal,
right.
nigga. I'm trying to do an extra deal. I just need to let me come in and say something crazy one time. You know what I mean? Let me get a little small check. You know what I'm saying? I know how I go. A little small check. That's all. I ain't tripping.
All right.
You know what I mean? Just so I can get on, so I can flex on the gram. Psych. Fuck the gram. Anyway, okay.
We'll make that happen.
When we gonna sell some of these bootleg Boondock shirts?
Man, we should. Somebody said they got them in Kmart, man. It's like they got Boondock shirts in Kmart. I don't know. I don't know. We can figure it out though.
You know somebody who can draw?
I know a couple.
All right, call them niggas. Call them niggas because you can't do it. You can't do it, but you know some niggas who can draw. Just call them niggas. We're gonna need them.
That's my man Zan. My man Zan Rice that just got on. Dope artist, man. Dope CG artist. Like he did, like you just gotta go check him out. His stuff is ridiculous.
What's his name?
His name is Zan. Look, you see, I think the way you pronounce his full name is I don't, because I always call him Zan, but I think it's Zan Kois Rice.
He probably showing up in your feed. I don't see him, but send me a request. Send me a friend request, Zan. Okay. Or whatever you do, send me a link. I'll look at him.
Yeah, he's a dope animator and designer, artist. He's pretty dope.
Nigga, if you co-sign him, it must be somebody.
Yeah.
Oh, your son, he got music, man. Come on, give your son a shout out. You know what I'm saying? We got 5,000 people watching right now.
Idris Black. Yeah, Idris Black. He's actually, he just he'll never be home, man. Dude, he's in the studio, like constantly in the studio. But he just shot a new music video. I think he said it'll be done in a couple of weeks. But yeah, he's doing his thing with the music and the acting, and You know, he got a him and my girl's son are starring in their own animated series. Well, it's not their animated series, but they did the voice of the two main characters of the series. But it's called Ra Ra and Smoke. But I'll give you some details on that soon. But it's this company called We Buy Gold that's putting it up.
A lot of artists, everybody swear they can draw. Everybody want to get in the industry. Somebody just said they want to send you some of their drawings. What
Yeah.
are what are three things people need to know? Three things artists who want to go to the Art Institute and they want to get to where you at. You know, I want to tell you all that you got to have some of God's grace. I'm gonna snitch a little bit. When he got the gig, you want to tell him where you was, like what your conditions was when you got your first Boondocks gig? No, Playpen.
Well, you mean
Playpen or Boondocks. Where was you at?
Sleeping on your floor?
He was sleeping
Yeah.
on, he wasn't at the Art Institute, okay?
Nah.
He was not at some famous place, okay?
Yeah.
He was selling bootleg DVDs at night and drawing during the day, okay? And sleeping on the floor. Oh, this ain't nothing we making up here. And then the phone ring. Well, he had tragedy first because Bean shot somebody. And then he tried to start smoking weed, and we was like, no, you can't smoke. Gotta stay, keep trying, nigga. But then
Yeah.
after that, he was that's right, he was putting in that work. So
Yeah.
outside of sleeping on your homie's floor, what are three things people need to do to get on in the game, you know what I'm saying, with their craft and turn it into something that is sustainable, especially now with these new platforms out here. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have internet like that. We didn't have social media and stuff like that. So, you know what I'm saying? What's the joints? McConnell Road too, because we was on McConnell Road sleeping on the floor too. We just want to let y'all niggas know this for real. McConnell Road.
Right. Now I would say if we're talking about animation industry, I would say the best thing to do is to figure out specifically what you would want to do in animation and then master that craft. Like, and what I mean is, it's not just drawing. You got to be more specific because there's so many moving pieces to make an animated show or animated movie. So there's a lot of people that draw, but they handle various different aspects of animation. So what I mean is, if you want to be a character designer, then build a portfolio of strong character design. So that means, and in most cases, that's usually what people come to me with. They usually say, I draw, I want to do character designs. Well, then you should have a lot of character designs in your portfolio, and you definitely need a lot of anatomy drawings because people want to see that you understand anatomy. It's not so much as the design itself. In that sense, it's more about understanding the anatomy, understanding how the body moves and how you draw from different angles and perspectives, because you're going to need that. You know what I'm saying? So like, because regardless of what style you draw in, if you get into the animation business, you're going to have to adapt to whatever style of the show you're on. You know what I'm saying? So you could go from doing like a Family Guy style show to something that looks more like, you know, Boondocks or Black Dynamite. You know what I mean? So you definitely, if you have a basic understanding of anatomy, then you can a style of just, you can change styles but still have a really good drawing underneath it. You know what I mean? That's the main thing I would say is focus on really getting strong portfolios with really good anatomy, and really focusing on one specific area that you want to do. You know.
What are some of the other areas? Because to me, that's all I thought you needed to do was like either new Corel Draw or Adobe. I thought that's all you needed.
No, I mean, you know, there's storyboard artists, you know, and if you want to do storyboard artists, then you have to have an understanding of storytelling. You have to have an understanding of shot selections. You have to basically be a director if you're a storyboard artist. That means you have to know where to put the camera. You know what I mean? And how to move a story along visually. You know, which in some cases you may not even necessarily be a great draftsman. Like you don't necessarily have to be a great artist to be a good storyboard artist. You know, like because you could tell a story with stick figures if you know where to put the camera at. You understand what I'm saying? And that's so with a storyboard artist, it's a whole different skill set. It's understanding how you tell a story. It's understanding timing. It's understanding, you know, emotions and expressions and different subtleties and stuff that you need to tell a specific story. Like so if you want to be a storyboard artist, then I would say study film. What I used to do is turn the sound off. Like I would watch movies and different animation. I would turn the sound off, right? And focus more on what you're looking at, not what you're hearing. You know what I'm saying? Almost, you know, almost like if you had to tell a story without sound, you know, this would make your storytelling stronger because you're not relying on what the person's saying. That means you have to convince the person that's watching. You have to let the person that's watching know what's happening in the story without them being able to hear what's being said. You know what I'm saying? So they should be able to see it in an expression change. They should be able to see it in the type of angle you chose, that there's something dramatic happening because of the type of angle that you use. You know what I'm saying? Or this character is more of a hero. He's more of a hero because it's an upshot. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to understand those things. So so if somebody wants to be a storyboard artist, I would say definitely study film, get some film directing books. The book that I used was a book called Shot by Shot. It's a big thick blue book called Shot by Shot. It's the dopest book on the market in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Like that'll teach you everything about film, about storyboarding, but film directing too. You know,
It's called Shot by Shot.
it's called Shot by Shot. Yep, it's a big blue book. So,
You done messed up cause I didn't know how to end. I was like, nigga, I can't draw, but nobody can outtell a story like me. Nope, I don't care. You can go get whoever you want in Hollywood, and they can't tell a story like. And now you're telling me to go back to the detail. That goes back to astrology. You talking about Virgo rising, I mean that's the detail in the angles. You know what I'm saying? And also, I think if I was to stay in astrology with it and be like, understand that that's what go back to knowledge yourself. What do you really enjoy doing? What do you really enjoy doing? What are you passionate about? Do that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
did you study all of those to be like super well-rounded so you can do all of them? Or is that what you are? Who do you consider yourself now? Because you know, your
Well,
nickname is, we call you Jesse James around the crib.
yeah, yeah. I started out wanting to do character design, right? But once I got my toe into the industry, I realized that I wanted to produce, and if I wanted to produce, I had to learn every aspect of production. You understand what I'm saying? So I had to understand. I mean, from script all the way to final delivery and what we see on the screen. I had to learn how it goes from being words in your head to words on a script to a picture on TV. You know what I mean? And with voices and characters that are moving. Like I had to learn that whole process. So, you know, and I didn't go to school. I dropped out of high school, so it's not like I didn't have any official training for it. So I had to teach myself. I had to learn these things. You know what I'm saying? So I read lots of books. I had a couple of mentors that were really good, you know, and taught me a lot. Um, but yeah, I had to have my own drive really, because you know what I mean. And some of it I just acted like I knew, and then and you know, like they asked me if I could do this, so I'm like, yeah, I could do it, you know. And then as you know what I'm saying, and then while you in it, you just kind of feel your way through and pick it up along the way, you know.
Now, you're not advising people to drop out of high school, are you?
Now I'm not saying that. I'm
Okay.
not saying that, but you know, I'm saying don't rely on it either. Don't just rely on the education system. I mean, I'm saying don't rely on basically. I mean, honestly, the information is out there. Whether you go to school or not, there's enough information out there for you to educate yourself on the whole, on everything that you need to know to actually work in the business. You don't necessarily have to go to school, but it's good to if you can. You know, I would, if I had the opportunity, if I could go to animation school, I would have definitely went. I would go now, you know, just to sharpen up and really learn stuff, you know, on a much more intricate scale. I say, like, you know what I mean? Like, because there's a lot of things I don't know, you know, but I know enough to produce a show, but I would still like to be able to, you know, if I needed to actually get in and do, especially because the technology is changing all the time and things are always constantly evolving. Like you know, you gotta kind of move along with it, and so to have a teacher or someone that can teach you about real specific softwares and how to use those softwares and how to animate in Toon Boom and use Harmony and use Flash and the differences between those programs, all that stuff is good to know, you know.
Somebody said fake it till you make it, and I want to say that to me, knowing him, I think that he was doing confidence until he get it versus faking it till he make it, because he got confidence in himself. That's the other piece about, he got some street in him. He understands sales. See, really, that's the thing. He's a master salesman. He done sold to everybody. You know what I'm saying? When you standing in front of the barbershop trying to convince somebody to buy a damn bootleg DVD, nigga, your salesmanship skills get tight. So when you get somewhere else and they
Yo.
say, "Can you fix this lawnmower?" You be like, "Oh yeah, I can fix this lawnmower. Like, where the tools at?" You know what I'm saying? So he
Right.
already knew how to draw, and then he had the passion, but it was also relationships. What up, Naya Sharif? She out there in LA. Big shouts out to my Los Angeles crew. Oh, Carl, he team, man, you ain't tell nobody what your team zodiac was. They might get offended. You better hurry up and rep your set real fast.
Sagittarius.
Okay, Team Sag in the building.
Yeah.
Jupiter's coming your way next. Yo, December, we gotta look at your chart, son. You finna get right. Well, you got the opportunity to get right this next year, and then 2020, November 2019 to November 2020 is like super huge. So we have
Wow.
to use from right now until November 2019 to prepare. So
Wow.
two for
Okay.
2 for 5 has to be set up correctly. Like
Mm.
everything that you're doing right now. Oh yeah, this my nigga. So I do a reading whenever I want to. I know we were talking about something else, but I'm doing a reading for him right now. Uh, Everything you're doing right now for the next 14 months is the preview. Okay.
Mm.
So remember you told me about the technique. Somebody will finance the whole thing just off of a damn, what do you call it? The preview. Like if you got a strong a minute and 52 seconds, they give you
Right.
20 mil. So right now,
Oh, that's crazy.
w-
That's funny you
work
saying that.
on. Hold on, man. Hold on. Let me damn do my thing,
Yeah,
Thizzle.
yeah, yeah,
Now I'm
yeah.
good at
Go
what
ahead.
I
Go
do. Now
ahead.
let
I'm
me do
listening.
my thing.
I know.
Um, this next 14 months is producing things to be like um, pushed pushed down the line. Like these aren't the big things. So you know how some people like concentrate, Carl, concentrate. No, nigga, shotgun. Like
Mm.
bam, I got 3 minutes here. I got four
Mm.
minutes here. I got 4 minutes here. I got 4 minutes here. You ain't completed nothing. You ain't completed nothing. Yo, just sit down and fall back. This
Mm.
ain't this is not even my year to concentrate. This is your year to get it out. You might, and even for you, what I would do is go on Fiverr and find me two hot ass niggas over in India who can draw. Go on Fiverr,
Mm.
my nigga, and get you about two or
Fiverr.
three people on a
What is
F
it again? Fiverr.
Fiverr, Fiverr.com. Go on
Fiverr.
Fiverr and get you a loyal squad. If they got an American flag, don't mess with them. You want to find somebody in India, Thailand, Korea, something where the dollar got more power, and get you some jokers who can do you some like animations or some cartoons or something, and you can just storyboard it and give it to them, shooting them like $65, something like that. Them niggas whiteboard your whole thing, get it back to you in like 3 days, and then you can just be like boop boop. Like you want to be puffy right now. You ain't got to be on no album. You just pay somebody. You gave them the ideal, they put together, and then we just going through the. That's what you want, new ideals, and push all of it through 2 for $5. I need the birthday. I need the birthday of 2 for $5, but I'm gonna still use your joint for right now. But now
Well,
this nigga ain't got.
let's. No, I appreciate that, man. Let's connect. Let's connect tomorrow or something, or sometime this week.
Um,
'Cause-
any day, but Saturday. So you know what I'm saying. You know, I get up. I get up before you. You go to bed after me. Normally, I'm still up. So just hit me, and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go look at it now because I'm curious. I want to be clear because I got something else going on. So then I have
yeah.
to watch out for your relationship status too. So we gotta make sure all that shit is right.
Right.
I
Right.
need her birthday. I need her birthday too. Okay, I ain't gonna
Okay.
go. I need text me. Doo, 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 doo.
All
What you
right.
doing texting somebody my birthday? They fall back. Damn,
Yeah.
finna do a damn FBI scan on your ass, the TSA scan on your ass. Chicka, 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 chicka. Yeah.
All right.
So
I'll
look,
do that.
it's my man right there, everybody. Carl Jones. Y'all go check out old episodes of everything that he done. Go look him up on IMBD. He there. Send him a follow. Follow him on Instagram. The nigga need follows on Instagram. His Instagram game is weak. He should have 10,000 followers by now. That nigga ain't got 300.
Uh,
So please follow him on Instagram. He might not follow you back, but Kendaka, Deshauna, all of you all, please go over on Instagram. Is the real Carl Jones or
no,
something like that?
I am Carl Jones.
I am Carl Jones. See how
Yeah.
fast? Like there you go. So please, I am Carl Jones. Go please get that nigga some follows. Everybody. Like share his stuff. Like he's very entertaining. So he funny as hell too. So look, Spot talking about follow him back.
All right.
He probably he
All right.
probably already follow he probably following you already.
I'm gonna do
So
that
yeah,
tonight.
yeah. So look, I'm gonna let you stay on because I found you in peace. I'm gonna leave you in prayer, even just always for my G's. So yeah, yeah. It's an
I
honor for
appreciate
me,
you, man.
you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying, to be one of your students. So if another nigga come out and say he one of your students, you gotta be like, well, you gotta at least be like Jazz, nigga. At
Right.
least,
Right.
at least, and no
Yeah.
felonies. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta get you a non-criminal minded ass student
Right.
this
Right.
next go round. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But
All
yeah,
right.
so yeah, I found y'all in peace. I'm gonna leave y'all in prayer. On a scale of 1 to 10, y'all put on this video what y'all think about what we shared tonight. What was the biggest thing that you could use right away? We don't talk about no fantasies on this channel or on my station. We always talk about what you can use right now. Please, right now, what was the biggest thing you took away from this? Whether it was with the understanding or the love or the allowing or the awareness or getting into the art game. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, how do we do? 1, don't never do this again. And then 10, let us know if we should come back and do this again. Tonight, for the whole fam, but especially for my teacher, I'm doing the Usnisa. Everybody do a nice big inhale through the nose, exhale out the mouth. Abdul Cool Tafel Attack, Wabazon, Gamma Farragoon, Shalel Kaloon. I am in the love of all, and all love is in me. I am a part of all, and all is a part of me. I am one with all, and all is one with me. And I can succeed as a part of all and fail as an individual. I can be all that I wish in all as long as my wish is to stay in all. I am never alone. All is, I am. All can, I can. All does, I do. Namo Bhagavate, Tralokia, Pradavisi Budaya, Bhagavate, Tadayata Om. Visudea, Visudea, Samatava Basa, Spirana Gata Gahana, Subaha Vasudi, Abisankatu Mam, Sagatu Verivikana, Amir to Abisakai, Ma, Mantra Padai, Aharu, Ayusam Durani. So the highest, Gagana Vasudi, Usnisa Vajaya Vasudi, Sahasura Ramzi, Sam Kodite, Sarvatata Gati, Avalokani, Sapera, Mita Paraparani, Sarvatata Gati Herdaya, Anastita Anastite, Mahamudra, Vajrakaya, Samatana Vasudi, Sarvarano, Apaya, Gate Para Vasudi, Pratinivitaya, Yasudi, Samaya, Nastite, Mani, Mahamani, Tatota, Bhutakoti, Parasudi, Visputa, Buddhisudi, Jaya, Vajaya, Smara, Sarva, Buddha, Anastite, Sudi, Vaja Vaja Garbe, Vajam Buvati Mama Siriam, Sarvasat Vanam Kukai Perivasudi, Sarvatati Gati Sinkame, Samavasa Yantu, Sarvatati Gati Samavasa Anastite, Budaya, Budaya, Vibodaya, Vibodaya, Bodaya, Bodaya, Vibodaya, Vibodaya, Samanta Perivasudi, Sarvatati Gati Herdaya, Anastita Anastite, Mahamudra, Swaha. All right, fam, we're going to holler at y'all.
All right, bro. I appreciate you.
Absolutely,
All
Lord. I
right,
love
peace.
you.
Love you too.
Peace.
Peace, everybody.
So, all right, for men, they love them too. Go find one of your homies. Go find one of your homies, one of your big homies, and tell them you love them. Off the gate. All right, I'm going to holler at y'all. Peace.